what you will. It's a futile endeavor. One hurt. One
Wait in the wings. This is an immortal body.
Any last words before you go? Weak. That can't be. How pointless. Just leave the rest to me. What? Be gone. Let's get serious. What will happen next? I'm gonna hit you with all I've got. Have those dwindling brain cells of yours processed the caliber of threat I've become in this new form?
What's good, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Christian here again with another video, and today we're talking about how the only fun left in Sparking Zero is in DP battles. As you guys know, DLC 3 just came out, and if you watch my live review, you know that I think that the DLC characters are all mediocre and pretty disappointing. All the DLC characters, including SS4 Goku, a character that needed to be great for the health of this game, are forgettable and worse than the characters we got in the base game. The only good characters we got as DLC came in the superhero pack, and that was way back in January. But guess what? I could forgive that if Spike actually provided meaningful changes to game modes and characters in the game to breathe some life into the gameplay of Sparking Zero. In fact, that's exactly what happened when Shallot was released. I didn't care that Shallot was hot garbage because the patch was a giant leap forward in terms of game mode quality and game mechanics. But this time around, there's no saving grace when it comes to this DLC because this patch is trash, guys, okay? Accuse me of hate farming all you want. This patch left us with the most boring version of Sparking Zero yet. A lot of resets are gone, revenge counterplay is basically super lenient now, and HP transformations have been replaced by a buff that barely does anything at all. All unique key blasts have been nerfed to all hell, and stat disparities have been reduced in singles since the Shallot DLC. So what you're left with is a cast of characters that basically all feel the same, all function the same, and have weak ass abilities that are not creative. So Sparking Zero right now is like a bland piece of chicken, and that problem is especially apparent in singles, okay? Playing singles right now damn near puts me to sleep, but in DP, this is still a thing, but the problem is a little alleviated because the stat disparities are higher and there's still an incentive to start in lower forms. So the character diversity is better than singles, and there's still play around mismatches and interesting stuff like that. So in my opinion, DP Battle is the best game mode in Sparking Zero at the moment, and I'm actually happy to report that the delay for DP Battles has been improved, at least for me so far, okay? And that's huge. I have to keep testing it, but my vanishes and super counters have been more consistent since the patch, and I don't know if they mess with the timings or increase stability, but at least for me, DP has felt a lot more enjoyable to play, so I would give it a try if you haven't in a while. And as you see here, I'm running a DLC character myself, Goma. Now, like I said, all of these DLC characters are pretty mediocre, so if you want to put them on teams, you have to give them a lot of backup. They can't be the main person on the squad. And because their DP values are so high, basically that means you probably should run them as a duo. If you try to make Goma or SS4 the main ace on your 3-man team, you're probably gonna get dismantled by a fusion or a MUI or a 10 DP character. So the only option is to pair him with a fusion yourself so that you could keep up against those characters. Luckily, I have fused Zamasu here, who is an 8 DP fusion, able to go 9, and he kind of represents Degasu from the shows. So this duo is a Daima theme team technically, and they have a great synergy together. Both have healing transformations that restore ki and accessible sparking modes. Goma's stock moves are hot garbage, so be careful playing super offensive with him since his barrier is basically a free reset for the opponent, but he does have a giant form with a super that just deletes low DP characters. And if you can switch him out and heal him and 7 for later, he can come in and regen on a low DP as a giant. So this team is actually a lot of fun and very versatile. But why is it fun? What makes it so fun is that you have health restoring transformations, you have stat disparities, you have mismatches that you can abuse to get kills in the game mode. All of those things are missing from singles. Singles has no sauce at the moment, and since the majority of the player base are playing singles, I really think the game is in extreme danger of completely dying this season, because singles, like I said, is just a bland piece of chicken and it's really boring at the moment. And I don't know how they can fix that, but I really think they can't wait till next DLC to address these problems, or else there's not going to be a player base to sell another season pass to when the time comes. So here we got ranked gameplay. I'm playing against a Fusion Z Gogeta, and I'm playing Goma as my lead. Now the thing about Goma is he doesn't have a lot of defensive stock moves to get out of combos, so it's a risk to deal with these fusion tier characters or even high DP characters overall. He also spends a lot of ki just moving around, so you kind of want to be methodical when you play him. As you see, I'm not really approaching him too much. I'm not spending ki moving forward because he just takes forever to charge. So you really need to be careful with that ki. Make sure you have ki advantage. And when you get in a combo, you can't even revenge counter because anybody can catch revenge counter right now. So everybody is just stuck in combos, you know, whenever they get hit. So you need to be very careful with Goma. So when you deal with a fusion tier character, just bring in your Zamasu. Zamasu's way faster. He can move around a lot easier and deal with these characters a lot better. Okay. So you see, that's what I'm doing here. I start my combos. Do good damage. He hasn't switched out yet. I'm halfway through my switch timer, so I can switch soon. But I'm just putting the pressure on the Z Gogeta here. I get some good damage on the Gogeta, and he still hasn't switched. And I see the opportunity. I have more ki than him and I have my switch timer, so I bring in Goma. Now, one change that they added to this patch is that front facing beams cannot be guarded while in hit stun. So when you push people away, you can risk a beam if they don't have the ki to counter attack it. So go ahead and throw out beams a lot more often in your gameplays, guys. So I take the opportunity to go sparking here, and I use my barrier. Now my barrier sucks, but luckily he used the wrong super, allowing me to throw my ultimate at him. He still hasn't transformed, so this is gonna do a lot of damage. So I take this opportunity to try to finish him off because I don't want him transforming. He gets a good vanish, gets out. He brings in Gogeta on the switch. Now at this point I could switch, but I see the opportunity to end him with my untakeable grab to get a reset. You can still get resets with that untakeable grab. I thought the ki was enough to kill him, but I get him with the last punch. And I take the opportunity opportunity to go ahead and transform, because he does get health back and he does get ki back as well. That's a good transformation. And his KO. But like I said, this character is pretty mid-tier because Piccolo could do everything that this character could do, but better. Orange Piccolo is better than Goma, is higher DP, so has more stats, and his giant form is better as well. So like I said in my review of Goma, this character really doesn't have a place in this game. He's not really that strong, and that could have been fixed with a 3 DP version of Mini Goma in the game. But Spike refused to add those characters. I go ahead and go for the heal instead and transform into Corrupted Zamasu, so I can go 9 DP and just end the game. So as you see, this team has access to multiple regens, high powered transformations, and a giant, and it's only a duo. Okay, so very versatile team, very fun team. Go ahead and give them a try and let me know what you think. It's also technically a theme team, which I enjoy doing. Okay, I enjoy making teams that make sense in the show. Of course, we don't have Dagasu in the game, but Zamasu is gonna have to do for now. But let me know what you think about the team, and let me know what I said about singles. Do you think singles is more boring than DP at the moment? Do you think DP is gonna overtake singles in popularity? Who knows? Or do you think the game's just gonna die and both modes are just not gonna see play moving forward? Let me know, and I'll catch you on the next video. Peace out.
Another practitioner of the evil containment wave, erased from my sight.